Cheers, I do buckaroos. How the heck are you? This is one that was sent to me from Mr. David Gaylor, Dia de los Muertos, I believe, from Adroit Theory, a Russian Imperial style. Let's see what she's got here. Get my eyes to focus in here. My lighting isn't great, and my bifocals are just not cooperating with me. Good Lord, I can't read that. 13.7%, I believe that says. Holy crap, that's a monster. That's a monster, man. That's a big some bitch right there. Let me show you that can here. Let you read that. Let me pick this up. It's a 16-ounce can, and I don't even think I poured half of it in my little snifter here. Just enough to, Oh my god. Oh my god, that's amazing. Wow. Big malted dark chocolate notes. Wow, that's huge. Almost like I get a hint of like a marshmallow fluff note in there. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm just going to start drinking. Oh, that is delicious. Wow. Yeah, serious, big, dark, malted chocolate. Wow. Big malt notes. That's what this beer has to offer. Great, big, huge, monstrous malt notes. I feel like I'm getting some slight herbal notes in there as well, but wow, this thing is just gorgeous. I probably got it a little colder than it needs to be because it's cold here in my neck of the woods right I think things I don't have in the fridge right now are colder than things I have in the fridge. That's how cold we are at this particular moment in time. I did take it out, leave it on my counter for about 10 minutes before opening it, and then I poured and took a picture. I took a few minutes, but yeah, it probably needs to be just a little bit warmer as well. A beer like this probably is optimal about 55 to 60. And I'm probably closer to about 45 to 50 at this particular moment in time. Nevertheless, that's gorgeous, man. Oh man, so it's just the wife and I for Christmas this year. I didn't want to do a big production, so I cooked a ham today because there's a couple things the wife wants to get in the oven tomorrow. So I thought, well, I'll just do the ham today. Then we'll just kind of reheat stuff tomorrow. Well, that ham was serious, man. It's funny, as you learn how to cook and then you start watching cooking shows and you see, complicated recipes. I think as you get older or as you learn more techniques, you come to the conclusion that simpler is better, that you don't need to add 100 ingredients to something, right? I think that's something a lot of younger cooks and chefs do. The more you learn, you think, oh, you got to add this, and this. Then as you get older, you think, okay, you don't need this, and this. For me, that's kind of where I'm at my stage in my late 50s as I'm heading towards 60. Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, less is more. Simpler is better. Especially if you're cooking a ham, you don't need to add 100 ingredients to a ham. It's already there, right? It's already salted plenty, right? It's already smoked. All you got to do is finish it. That's all you're doing with a ham. And I think that's the point that a lot of folks just don't understand is all you're doing is finishing it. It's salted. It's smoked. All you're doing is warming it up, right? So add that last finishing touch. You don't need to add 100 ingredients on top of everything else. So having said that, yeah, I didn't add any additional salt. I did a nice kind of blanket of butter, if you will, over a good portion of it, and let it melt in there for the first hour. and then I took it out and I added the glaze, and then turned down the heat and let it very slowly get to the temp I wanted it. I did so the glaze. What glaze did I do? I did kind of again. I like butter. I did a maple butter glaze. And this is the part that it's going to throw a lot of folks off is I didn't add any additional salt. That ham was plenty salty. Again, most hams are. You don't need to, but folks will just, just add salt because they think that's what they should do. I didn't add any additional salt. Well, okay, I say that. I added a pinch of salt to my maple butter glaze, just because you got to add a little bit to that sweetness. But I mean, not enough to notice, right? It's not like I'm seasoning a ham kind of thing. Okay. But boy, that color on that ham was just gorgeous. The flavor was gorgeous. Nice and tender, just like you want a ham. But just a lot of folks, I think, will tend to overdo it, right? They'll add other ingredients and herbs and this and that you just don't need. It's already done, y'all. It's salted, it's smoked. All you got to do is finish it. You don't need to add 100 ingredients on top of that. You don't need to make it busy. Just let it be, right? Let it be, man. So anyway, again, I made some simple mashed potatoes as well. Just wanted today's dinner just to be nice and easy, kind of old school, I guess, very 70s, I guess, maybe. The one thing I did with the ham is after that first hour, I sliced up apples real thin. I had 2 small apples I sliced very thin, and I put in there so that added to that broth or stock or whatever, the ham drippings. So it kind of added that flavor. And, oh man, those apples were delicious, man. David, man, this thing is absolutely outstanding. It is absolutely gorgeous. Anybody that knows me knows I love an Imperial Stout, baby. I do. Oh, this is gorgeous. And Merry Christmas to you all out there. As we try to celebrate the season, it is nice. I've gotten to where, due to our circumstances, right, and what we've been through, my wife and I, for me, I find it easier not to be around anybody on the holidays, right? It's actually easier for me, in all honesty, to be around strangers on holidays than friends and family, because the friends and family know what we're going through, and that tends to bring that out. But strangers don't know, so right. So if I'm going in, hey Tom, how you doing? Okay, we're good. But people that really know me, the close friends, the family, then it becomes difficult. So I love just the wife and I this Christmas. We can kind of take it easy, unwind, and kind of celebrate and or grieve at when we need to, right? And I found, again, as I've gotten older, it kind of works best. A lot of that is kind of 2020 induced, to be honest with you, right? 2020 made me realize I just don't want to go anywhere anymore. I used to have the need to want to be places, and I rarely have that need anymore. I used to have the need to want to meet up with friends and do this and do that. The truth is, I love running into friends, but I like it to be, spontaneous. I like to just go to wherever I want to go on my own, and if I run into somebody I know, great. I don't really enjoy making plans with people anymore. I find that takes the fun out of everything. Anyway, yeah, I can go to almost anywhere, any brewery in town, and at any given time and run into somebody I know at some point. So to try to make plans with folks, hey, can we want to meet here at this, because then you have expectations, right? And I don't like to set those expectations. Anyway, I joked with my wife quite a while back that I'm entering my curmudgeon phase, and she says, entering? Okay, at this point in time, I'm kind of knee deep into my curmudgeon phase. But I think a lot of that, again, is like 2020 induced, right? I think 2020, you know, my curmudgeon phase was inevitable. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of speeded it up. 2020 just rocketed me right into my curmudgeon phase. But now I'm knee deep in it, and I ain't letting loose, man. Anyway, thanks to Dave for sending this to me. This is absolutely beautiful beer. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, but you knew that already. But we knew that, Tom. Beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. I'm a real good guy. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.